Okay, so Wuthering Waves just released some new advertising to do with some of the rewards that are actually coming to the game. Now, obviously, I actually covered a lot of this in terms of an article which actually came out from them, but it seems like they've made a kind of post which kind of like puts it into a graphic that everyone can kind of see on their Twitter page. But people are already getting confused about what these rewards are, what's happening with them, and also I had some more comments telling me exactly what some of the dates actually meant. Some of the dates, they actually meant from version 2.0, sorry, to another date whenever it was going to end. So that was actually the end date. I got so confused at why it said like February, something or other. I was like, what the hell? That's kind of weird. But again, we can go through this quickly. Obviously, the first kind of reward we're going to be getting is Radiant Tide, 10 of them, and also 10 Crystal Solvent, literally just by logging in, which again, I think is great. Then we're going to claim Asterite 1,600 for free, which again, absolutely amazing. This will be able to be claimed from the 29th of January though, so this is going to be a little bit later on, not exactly whenever Rinascita releases. And then also we got the free Sanhua skin, which you can get in the event, which also happens a little bit later in the month on the 23rd of January. So again, we can just do that and then claim the skin, which I think is great. As someone who uses Sanhua quite a bit, you know, I use her in my Camellia team, so I'm definitely going to be trying to get that skin in terms of events. It shouldn't be too hard anyways, because Wuthering Waves tend to make some pretty good events that I can actually enjoy. Now, obviously, we can keep going to Gifts of Joyous Tunes, which is a 7-day login event. We usually have this anyways, you know, it's a mix of limited and also standard pools, so that's very, very cool, and that actually starts on the 2nd of January as well, so whenever Rinascita comes out. Now here's the actual page where people are getting a little bit more confused. Now obviously we've got featured events rolling out. We'll actually be able to get approximately 3,000 Asterite in total, and that's just for events that are coming out in the future. And then also we've got exploration system, which you'll be able to, it says after version 2.0 update maintenance on January 2nd, 8 new regions will unlock alongside an upgraded exploration system, which again sounds really, really cool. It seems like we're going to be able to get some free rewards just for exploring the area. They say by increasing exploration progress, rovers can actually get more asterite, development materials, and over 20 lustrous tide available through exploration. Rovers who have already met the exploration requirements can immediately unlock the corresponding regions, which I think is absolutely amazing. And finally, the one that people are getting very, very confused about is new rovers will also receive 30 lustrous tide and standard character of your choice. Now, this isn't for us, okay? This isn't for the people. You got to read the fine text. It says new rovers, not all rovers, new rovers. So obviously, a lot of what Rinascita is doing at the moment with the advertising is the fact that, you know, there's a lot of new people come to the game, whether it's from PS5 or whether it's from people just coming back to see what the whole update is about. They're kind of advertising the fact that they do have the 30 lustrous tide and the free standard characters that people can actually pull, because we got these whenever the game first came out, pretty much, maybe a couple days after, obviously. But it seems like they're kind of like advertising this to some of the new players that are coming out, and to a lot of the PS5 players, which, you know, will be their very first time playing playing the game. So again, it seems like, yeah, people are just getting confused because a lot of people are going to be expecting to get a free 5-star resonator and also a 30 lustrous tide, and they've already played the game and they've already, you know, had that first one. Well, don't be confused, because again, it's just for the new players, and it seems like a lot of people in the comments were like getting excited about it, and I don't want this to turn to a situation where people start like getting angry on Twitter or getting angry on YouTube or whatever, saying they didn't give us our free rewards or something like that, when they weren't actually promised them in the first place, because we've had this before, you know? We've had this before with the whole leaker situation of some characters or something like that being a certain way, and then players were like, oh, hell yeah, that's really cool, you know, I'm going to be pulling on this character and stuff like that. So and then whenever the character actually came out and they released the official kind of information for them, it was completely different, because let's be real, whenever it comes to beta testing and, you know, kind of improving a character, things are going to change, whether they change dramatically, you know, maybe they change like a whole skill animation, which was completely different to how the leaked one actually looked like. Well, people are obviously going to see the leaked one and then see the official one and go like, oh wait, that's different. So that's why you should never trust them, because again, it seems like people get their expectations up whenever it comes to characters, when that isn't even the finished final product. That's why it's called a leak, you know? It's something that hasn't actually been officially finished, officially actually released to the public. So, and, you know, people are just kind of spreading this around on Twitter. So this is a big issue that is going on, and it seems like a lot of people are very, like, kind of, you know, they're very vulnerable to this kind of stuff. Whereas with this is actually official information, and knowing that there's a lot of people that are very gullible like that, you know, I just want to make it clear that this is only for new players, and that you shouldn't be complaining if, you know, you're not a new player and you didn't get this. But overall, there is a really good amount of rewards out there at the moment, and I'm very excited to see, you know, how many more we can even get around the world, because this isn't even all the asteroid we can get, by the way. So if you're saving up for a character like Carlotta or Rocha or whatever, you can actually get even more just from exploring the world, from chests and everything like that, as the kind of like normal way that we've been getting it around the world. And obviously there's 8 new whole areas actually added to the game, so it seems that we're going to get a lot of kind of places that we can actually kind of get these asteroids from, which means it should be pretty easy to pull some of the first characters that come out in the game, and some of the first characters that actually come to Rinascita, because again, that seems to be a ton, including the, you know, event rewards as well. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, you're going to be getting any of these, you know, are you a new player, actually? Are you a new player? Are you a new player that is going to, you know, be getting one of the standard characters? Now, if you are a new player, by the way, I just want to kind of go through which one you should probably pull for, just because it might be a kind of like good for you. I would say, honestly, if you want a character that's going to be very good in terms of meta, then pull for Verena. Verena, obviously, is going to help you quite a bit. She's almost like a mini shorekeeper. Shorekeeper is like a bit better, by the way. Well, I say a bit better. She's a lot better. But shorekeeper is probably like one of the better ones. But Verena is pretty good for a standard character and can fit into a lot of teams, even if you do have shorekeeper as well, because obviously, if you like do like tower adversity, you need multiple teams, and Verena is a good choice until they bring out a new one, obviously, because, you know, I don't think a standard character can stay one of the best characters forever. But, you know, Verena for a starting choice is very good. Kalchara is also a very good choice for just kind of early DPS. Now, will he be better after you get limited characters? Maybe not. I have actually stopped using my Kalchara. Whenever I first started the game, I actually used Kalchara a lot, and he got me through a lot of the content. But now he's just kind of in the back burners, and I've kind of like used a lot of his echoes to farm for like my Jinshi echoes and stuff like that. So it seems like, you know, a lot of these characters are kind of falling off pretty quickly. If you do want some other good choices, I'd say Encore is also a very good choice. She does, you know, a significant amount of damage. Jianjin and Lingyang are a little bit, like, lower down. I'd say Jianjin and Lingyang are about the same. Maybe that's a bit of a controversial decision, but I would say they're about the same. They're not, like, amazing, but, you know, they're fine. A lot of these characters are fine, so, again, it's up to you. If you just want to pull based on design choice, that's totally okay as well. I totally get that, and that's what I did. I think I pulled for Kalchara just because he looked cool, and, you know, he also happened to do a lot of damage, which was great. But, yeah, definitely choose one of these characters based on, you know, whatever you think is right. Don't let my decision or let my, you know, kind of information telling you which one's better to kind of disrupt you, because, again, I did like Verena at first. I don't really like her character design still, but the thing is, she's still a very good character, and she does really help me in tower adversity, so I do want to give people that kind of leg up whenever it comes to that. And also, they actually include at the top of this thing here saying, in addition to the rewards mentioned above, numerous other free in-game rewards await your discovery. Explore and claim them now. So again, very cool post here, and obviously a lot of people are very excited, you know, can't wait. And then obviously there's a post here saying, I think a lot of people did not read this. I believe they refer to a selector everyone got already. So again, it seems like this is mostly based towards like some of the new players. And obviously I covered a lot of these kind of rewards in my previous video anyways. So yeah, as I said, let me know down in the comments what, you know, you guys are going to be getting with these free pulls, because again, I'm definitely going to be getting Carlotta. I'm super excited for her. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. And also, just don't get confused. Please don't get confused.